So it's right after Monday Night Raw, and I figured why not come on here because wouldn't the night be without Sportswire Radio? And if you're out there, I say hello, and if you're not out there, I say hello also to you. And you might know my name, but I'll certainly let you say who my name is. And I figured I'd come on and see what's out there, see what's on your mind, see who wants to come on down and join the conversation for a little while. We are here in prime time after all, the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all wrestling matters. And it wouldn't be a night without us being in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage. And wanted to see what's on your mind out there. And you might know my name, but I'll still tell it to you anyway. And we're now live on YouTube. We're now live on Twitch. We're now live on LinkedIn. We're also on the Promo Wrestling Federation YouTube page, the Pride Wrestling Federation YouTube page. And what's on your mind? Tell me. Monday Night Raw obviously saw that unfold, the whole situation with AEW and Warner Discovery, and we've got SummerSlam next week. We've got all a bunch of different topics going on in the world, and just figured I'd come on here and start the conversation rather differently. And usually you see a guest, usually you see somebody on here that might have something to say, or maybe some shows we get where nobody has anything to say, and maybe I'll bore you. Maybe I'll put you to sleep over the next hour. Maybe you won't want to comment at all. Who knows? Whatever it might be, but I am also trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I kind of don't want to break the streak, even though I was on earlier today with none other than Eddie Exile, and what a story that was. But if you're out there, you want to come on down and join the conversation, feel free. And my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice, figuratively and literally, where all wrestling matters. And I want to thank you very much for your time out there, and thank you for your support over these past few months. And a lot to talk about, a lot to figure out in the world, and figured, let's say you, and we're out here on a Monday night and a lot of shows coming up. I figured I'd preview some of them for those that are out there. I've got Craven, Rage, and the rest of the WC Motley Crue tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. I've got Wednesday night, some guy you probably heard of here, Anthony Steele. Anthony Steele, the most controversial figure in backyard and underground wrestling history, goes into the Hall of Fame as that. He'll be here 10 o'clock Eastern time. I've also got Thursday night, 10 o'clock Eastern time, Tristan Taylor, the owner of the Pride Wrestling Federation Mid-South. He'll be here. He'll also talk about his matchup coming in UWA against Sammy Sladen. How about a good one here next Monday? Next Monday is going to be a really good one, because that's going to be 5 o'clock Eastern time. And we're going to, once again, maybe it's happy hour. I don't know what you call it, but I'm going to have on some guy, Tarzan Duran. And I don't think I'll be wearing the Michael Christian shirt, but I will definitely be speaking with Tarzan Duran. And if you know anything about the world of wrestling and all our circuits, Tarzan Duran is definitely a name that's done a few different things. And what's going on, my friends? Michael Christian, thank you very much for the kind shirt. I really appreciate you giving me this. I look forward to seeing you more out there in XCW. So your match against Remy Ravage, I'm sure you'll want to talk about it at some point. I know Remy Ravage is going to be here very soon. Want to say hello to the man that's in the finals of the Prestige tournament in ROBW to win that Prestige championship. That leg, though, is favored him a little bit. His name is Darkron. Darkron, of course, is the man that hosted Summer Bash, and hope you are doing well. I'm doing great. Thank you very much, Darkron, for sharing my show yesterday with Jackson Law and getting me one step closer to 1,000 subs. I'm 187 behind, so if you're out there right now, hit that sub button for me. Get me one step closer to 1,000 subs. Why is 1,000 subs important? Because for a few reasons. Number one, with 1,000 subscribers, I'll get a tattoo. I'll get a tattoo of NEW Underground Wrestling. Who knows? Maybe if I get to 2,000 subs, 3,000 subs, you can pick my body and figure out what else I should do. But also with 1,000 subscribers, that's important because I'm going to give you the floor. I'm going to give you control of Sportswire Radio. I'm going to let you maybe roast me. Like everybody talks about that Tom Brady roast on Netflix with Nikki Glazer. Some people might want to have their opinions on how they look at Nikki Glazer. I'm going to leave that to you, the audience. But basically, I'm going to keep the floor open all night long, to quote Lionel Richie. And you can come on here and you can say whatever you want. If you want to roast me, not roast me, you want to thank me, you want to make fun of me, whatever it might be, and you're welcome here. So get me to 1,000 subs. So if you're out there, Tyler Gordon and anybody else, Michael Christian, whoever it might be, you make sure you hit the sub button. Tell your friends to hit the sub button. they hit the sub button, and I'll get one step closer to 1,000 subs, and I'll give you control of Sportswire Radio. And who knows, maybe I'll put you, the people, in the Hall of Fame. Maybe I'll just put somebody else in the Hall of Fame, or maybe I'll just turn the reins over to you, and not just for 1,000 subs, but who knows, altogether. I mean, it's really up to you. So you've built this movement. You got me this close there, and get me one step closer, and we'll see how the conversation goes. Well, Michael, you might be a bit of a comic. I guess stand-up comedy fits you pretty well, right? Yeah, Dark Clown, I know your ribs are definitely bothering you. I know that ankle you were favored a little bit there on Friday Night Face-Off, and you're going to be facing the winner of C Money and Aaron Blaze. I'd be curious to see who do you favor in that matchup, or who would you like to face off with, and how you doing there, Mr. Greg, our Breakpoint Wrestling champion? Mr. Tom, yes, I am doing well. Is there something on your mind? Is there something you want to say? You want to talk about wrestling? You want to talk not wrestling? You want to come on down and say hello for a little while? I want to say hello to the one and only D'Angelo the Flame, who I always talk about. I talk about him probably more than my own name. And D'Angelo, was speaking about you a little bit, obviously, earlier today with Eddie Exile, and what a matchup that would be. And I hear through the grapevine some new places you might be going to, D'Angelo. I can't wait to see that TV show you did this past weekend. And wrestling is life. Yeah, wrestling definitely is life. Yes, STBW Wrestling, and not to be confused with STP and the Stone Temple Pilots. And thank you very much for tuning in. STB Wrestling, STBW Wrestling. Hit the sub button for them, and hit the sub button for me. And want to get us one step closer to 1,000 subs. Joseph Tibbs, my main man, Joseph Tibbs, one of my biggest supporters out there. Joseph Tibbs has kind of been the man pushing me in that hardcore deathmatch circuit. And how you doing out there, Joey? I'm looking forward to Jesse Daniels. Jesse Daniels is here next Tuesday night in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all wrestling matters. And also, yes, definitely please send me the match. Send it to me via email, thomasbryce15@yahoo.com, or just DM me on Instagram. And that's why your wife is a patron saint, huh? Your wife is definitely quite a wife. If she's making shirts for you and she's tolerating you wrestle in XCW, boy, your wife should win the Nobel Peace Prize. Is the Nobel Peace Prize such a thing? I don't think you saw it after my match with Zay. Yes, I did see it, actually. I saw it on Instagram. I think I did see it on your Instagram story. So, yes, I did see that. I mean, and I saw D'Angelo the Flame shared that on his story as well. So I definitely did see that you did that. And I hope to see that, and I hope to see you here maybe on this platform soon to talk about that. Ethan Sorensen, how you doing? I'm doing great. Just another day in paradise. I'm in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage, and I'm wearing this brand new shirt. How about this new shirt from this guy, Michael Christian? He's a Twitch streamer. He's a wrestler. His stepdad used to be Festus Davis. I won't hold that against him, and he gave me this really cool shirt free of charge, and it's another shirt to the attire I wear on this platform, so I'm doing great. I'm doing really good. Thank you very much for the kind words. Maybe I can put up your YouTube link on the screen. Give me 1 second. So if I can follow you, I'll do that. So give me 1 second. So I'm also here on the Promo Wrestling Federation YouTube page, the Pride Wrestling Federation YouTube page, and YouTube on my own page, and your STBW Wrestling. Let's check you out. Since we have something to do on Sportswire Radio, I'm going to put the share the screen. So I got this here. How about this? You're going to like this, right? It's STBW Wrestling. And you sure you're not be related at all to the Stone Temple Pilots? Because I got here a whole bunch of links. And how do you like this now? You got one subscription. You'll get two more after this. And this is who they are. So they're trying to make fun and make a living. And you got small town backyard wrestling. And so tell me where you guys, I see who you guys are a little bit. You guys are obviously friends with the guys over in the IMF. I see Felix Jones. I see Tyler Fury. And what's good, my brother? Obviously, I see you here and some different things going on. And I see we were on Sportswire Radio on Thursday with me. How did the match go? I'd love to know how the match went. And also, most definitely will be on this show. It will be awesome. Yeah, it better be awesome. I mean, it better be good. And it's also breaking news. Sean Jovi, the resident rock star. What is good, my brother? Now that the world is popping up here on Sportswire Radio, what is the breaking news? Is it that you have a cat? Because I did see that on Instagram, and I congratulated you on having a cat. So if that's breaking news, I would certainly say we already know that. Oh, All Wrestling Matters is uploading now, set to release tomorrow, hopefully. And you're on Sportswire Radio tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The ladder match, you're going to be talking about that. I'm looking forward to talking about it with you, my friend, and looking forward to some of you guys in WCE. Congratulations on winning that U.S. championship. I really appreciate your support. I'm looking forward to talking about the match and really looking forward to the movement that the All Wrestling Matters has created. Also, Ethan Sorensen, just out of curiosity, are we able to talk about Monday Night Raw? You can talk about whatever you want. I mean, there's no guest. So if you want to talk about something, let me know. I'm wearing a bow tie, so it's fit for a wedding. Well, you know what? I haven't been married, and when I did attend a wedding a few months ago of my mother's, I certainly didn't wear a bow tie, but I did wear a wrestling shirt. So how do you like that? Also, Tyler Fury is a good young talent. I've met him twice in the IMF. Yes, sir. The match was fantastic, and that match I'm assuming is going to be live. I don't know, probably in the next week or so, and we got to get you back on this platform maybe to talk about some of that. That'd be kind of cool, right? That'd be pretty much kind of a fun thing, and I would definitely like to talk about that. I think it was Thomas McEntee that was talked a little bit about on yesterday's show. Somebody brought him up from somewhere else, not related to the IML. Actually, it was Jackson Law who brought him up. So that means you guys have definitely hit the rounds. I just hit the sub button for you. As a matter of fact, I'm about to hit the sub button for you on a few other places, which is going to be you're getting 3 new subs. So hopefully you can thank me later. But hopefully you're making some rounds here with that. So you got 1 sub, you got 2 subs, and now you should have 3 subs there. But also, let me get to a couple of things here. Okay. Who do you think is going to win the Rumble this Saturday in Resurrection? Well, Cameron Cage won it last year, and Cameron Cage was number 1 last year, but this year I don't think he's going to be number 1. So you'd have to say he's got to be a favorite, right? Because he won it last year. Who else has won it? Well, I mean, you got to think about the size. Who is going to be in that Rumble that's got a size advantage? Also, who else is going to be in it? Who are those participants? So are you going to be in that Rumble, or I should say not say anything? Referring to my shirt, thank you again, Rev. I need to sleep soon. May you be blessed with 1,000 subs by August 2nd. And by the way, thank you very much for the card. You gave me a card, which unfortunately I forgot to put right here in front of me. If you want to wait, I could actually give you, read off the card. And I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe we'll do it tomorrow because I'll be here tomorrow at 9:30. My buddy, Mr. Gabe Sayers. Gabe, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for connecting me to a lot of great people in our part of the country, like Eddie Exile. Who's going to win that Rumble? I don't know. That's a good question. You tell me. I mean, I can tell you who's not going to win that Rumble. I'm not going to win the Rumble because I'm not entering it. So, but I'm sure there's a lot of great participants that'll enter it. Cameron Cage won it last year, so we'll have to see. Definitely people come watch this live. It's going to be on Twitch, right? I think I saw that it was posted on management's page that we're going to have it on Twitch, I think at 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, right? 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, something like that. And it's going to be, yes, Twitch Resurrection Pro Wrestling. I'll put the Twitch up shortly. Revenge Rumble at Lit Bar and Grill in Millington, Tennessee. Doors open at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. 5 p.m. Central Standard Time is when bell starts. That's also for here. It means New York. I'm in New York, so that means it'll also be for sure 6 p.m. I'm going to take this off the screen, and we're going to put this back up. Okay, perfect, because Raw was really good. We had a brawl with Priest and Gunther. Yeah, Priest and Gunther, I'm looking forward to that. Who do you think comes away at SummerSlam with the gold? That's a great question, Ethan. Let me know what you think. You'll wait for me? Okay, so you know what? We're going to wait because I have it right in front of me. I have a card from my buddy, Mr. Michael Christian. I want to read on the air, so give me 2 seconds, and I'm going to give you that card. Well, looks like here I was in luck. Boy, I could really run, huh? So, Michael Christian, I want to thank you very much for this card. I'm going to open it up for the audience, and I should have opened it up when I did the video, but I was kind of rushing. But here's the card. Let me read it off. Thank you, Michael. I got, obviously, chicken hands. Rev, truly appreciate your support. You are a damn good man. I'm not sure about that. I do appreciate the rather somewhat kind words. You are the voice of the underground. Thank you, Michael Christian. Well, that I appreciate, my friend, and that's the card here. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for the kind words, and thank you for the penmanship. You definitely have a better John Hancock than yours truly, but then again, I work on mine all the time. So, Michael, my friend, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your friendship. This guy, isn't it his platform technically? His name is Omen Black. He's still the boogeyman of the Midwest, or you're the architect of violence now? But how you doing, my friend? And all I'm going to say is it's only one correct answer. Well, I don't ever have any correct answers. So my pick is Cameron Cage. I think he's going to win back-to-back. Well, that's kind of what I said. He would be maybe somebody that would look for it. Also, he's looking to get that Resurrection Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. Where is Zilla, by the way? Zilla's usually my first comment, and I don't see Zilla here in the comments. So maybe one of you is Zilla, or maybe not. Who knows? Omen and Gabe are saying hello to each other. 4 up, 4 down, LaFlame. Big Man Cam. Tom, what's up in caps lock? What is up? Well, I'll actually tell you what's up. You know what? I'm going to tell you what's up because actually we were supposed to be here with a guest, Holden Holloway, but unfortunately Holden Holloway had a couple of things that he has to attend to, and we actually want to give our best wishes to him, but that's what's up, and what's up is, well, I'm looking at you, right, because aren't you like 7'19" with the size 37 shoes, so I'm doing pretty good, and hopefully you don't beat me up because you're as big as Bigfoot. Sorry, LaFlame, I play spoiler. Now, what would you mean by that, Mr. Sayers? I know that you were obviously in the great state of Connecticut, so maybe you have a pick in that Rumble or sort of, but we'll leave that at that. Yes, it would be. Thank you for the compliments. I appreciate it. I hope to get you guys, Tyler and Thomas, onto Sportswire one of these days. I'd even say come on down now, but we'll let me know, I suppose. Doing good, Gabe. Still counting the days till IMF is blessed with your presence. And do we have an idea when that'll be, everybody? Do we have an idea of when Gabe Sayers will be in the IMF? Because I know last I checked, Gabe Sayers has been UWF, and he's going to be wrestling in the All Wrestling Matters Hardcore Tournament on August the 24th. And we spoke a lot about that against this guy, Rob O'Malley. You have any thoughts on that, Gabe? I'd love to know your opinions on that. I'm counting down the days when I'm blessed with me and the IMF. Well, there you go. You guys repeat each other. I will give this Raw a solid 10 out of 10. Not only that, Tom, he got an official match between Punk and McIntyre, and that's what the wrestling world has been waiting for, and that's going to be a barn burner. So I am very much looking forward to that match, and that takes place next Saturday. 4 up, 4 down. So what would that mean, 4 up, 4 down, in the words of D'Angelo the Flame? Bruh, he ain't got nothing going on. Where he at? Well, I couldn't say really because he has a legitimate excuse, Big Man Cam. He might, I don't know, but the dude's never doing nothing. So no, actually, he really does have a legitimate reason. I couldn't tell you on the air, but I can tell you off the air. Yeah, definitely message me. I'm on Instagram at the Sports Report 2021. I'm on TikTok at Sportswire Radio. So just give me a message, hit me up, and it was really nice getting to know you for those 20 minutes on Thursday's show. Hopefully the audio will be better, and hopefully Ace Diamond has better audio. Hopefully you and Thomas have better audio, and let's do it again. Thank you so much, my friend. That was Tyler Fury from STBW. We saw him in the tag title match over there for the MVW title belts at the IMF's CyberSlam show. And yeah, Big Man Cam, I don't know, but yeah, what's on your mind? Tell me. I mean, I'm basically riding shotgun right now. Most people couldn't do a shotgun show. They need a guest. They need to have a whole bunch of different things to be able to. And Rob O'Malley is an entertainer and a dancer. Yeah, he's a TikTok influencer. Or he tries to be a TikTok influencer. That makes sense. I'm a wrestler, and simple solution and simple answer to what's going to happen. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. I'll use my computer. Yes, definitely. I would recommend if you ever come on Sportswire, it's always better to use your laptop for a number of different reasons. I mean, if you have to be on your phone, be on your phone. I mean, guys like Gabe don't have that problem because he's like me. He's a professional streamer, so he knows the game. But yeah, if you can, definitely do that. Hit me up. I'd love to get to know you more. Thank you so much for your support. But yeah, I mean, Rob O'Malley's definitely not in the lane that you've been wrestling people in, Gabe. There's no question about that. He's definitely a guy that I would have to say is not in the Gabe Sayers lane. But yeah, I mean, we'll have to, I'm sure, find out. August 24th is coming up quicker than a New York minute. And, we'll see. But, we're certainly talking and talking. That's all we do here on Sportswire Radio is talking. And Big Man Cam is out there messaging me. Where is guys like James Taylor? I mean, is he on TikTok doing a Stone Cold reel? Where are some of these other suspects that usually here on Sportswire? I'm just kidding here. But, Big Man Cam's messaging me, Sportswire Radio with James Taylor is awesome. Well, I mean, where is James Taylor right now? What? Where is James? What? I mean, where is he? That's a good question. It's a very good question. Ethan Sorensen, unfortunately, Tom, I won't be able to watch SummerSlam next Saturday because I'll be going to a monster truck event in Oakland. Is that Oakland, California, or is that Oakland, Michigan? So Oakland starts at 1 o'clock. Well, Oakland, Michigan, right? That makes, because there is an Oakland, Michigan. But, yeah, I mean, Wouldn't you be able to get back in time? Don't the shows start till like 7 o'clock? What's my Instagram? You know what? I'm going to make your life, I'm going to make you a lucky day, my friend, because I'm going to show you my Instagram right here because I have a magic button that most people don't know how to use in the world of streaming and other things because I actually have this to show you. Yes, this is my mugshot. I am on Instagram at the Sports Report 2021. So you can hit me up, message me, and not message me, block me, unfollow me, whatever it might be. But I'm actually 2 followers away from 1,600. So help me get there, but really get me to 1,000 subs. But yes, hit me up on Instagram sometime and we'll make something happen. But I never speak good about that parasite, James Taylor. What are you talking about? That's a good question. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going and just riffing off the top of my head. So, why is James Taylor a parasite again? Can you remind me? Because I do so many shows and speak to so many people, I completely forgot. Oh, thank you so much, my brother. They got me 1 follow away to 1,600. And yo, Cam, I sent you a message on Instagram. Oh boy, Big Man Cam, you're getting everybody following you on Instagram. Oakland, California. So you an Oakland Athletics fan? I mean, that's what I would love to know. I feel sorry for you, but shouldn't you be able to make it to SummerSlam? Shouldn't that be enough in time to get over there? But I guess whatever. And, Jason Storm said so. Jason Storm said he's a parasite. I got you. Jason Storm said he's a parasite. Good enough. That's certainly, I guess, a good reason because you guys are in BYW. But let me take this off the screen. But, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll find out. I mean, who do you want to see on Sportzwire? You know what? I ask you a question. I ask you, the people here right now. Who do you want to see on this platform? I mean, who would you want to see that hasn't been on here? Are there any names, any people that you would like to see here, and anybody that you think hasn't been here, or you've seen people here that you want to see less of, or whatever? I mean, I throw it out to you, the people. I mean, there's 35 of you now watching live. There's a bunch of you on YouTube, a bunch of you on X, a bunch of you wherever you may roam, to quote Metallica and the Black Album. Not my favorite Metallica album, but who are some of the people that you would like to see on Sportswire Radio that haven't been here? I mean, I think that's a question I should pose because I don't ask it enough. I don't ask what's on your mind here, more or less. I mean, so tell me more, and I'll see what I can do. I'm sure somebody knows who I am at this point, right? Maybe nobody knows who I am. I don't know. You tell me. But if you are out there, we do have an internet radio station. We're on sportswireradio.org. 24 hours a day, we play some of your favorite music. We play podcasts. We play a whole bunch of different things. I'm also on Facebook, and I'm also on Instagram. I'm on X. I'm on TikTok now. So a whole bunch of different things. And please support. And I also follow my personal account. Congratulations. Thank you so much. You got me to 1,600 followers on Instagram. Boy, I really need to get you on Sportswire Radio. It's too bad you're not on here right now because that would be fun. But definitely let's make it happen. I would say, what are you doing maybe Sunday? I don't think I have a guest Sunday. So I think maybe if you're around Sunday, we can make it happen. I just followed you, my man. You are the man. I definitely owe you. You got me to 1,600 followers, and I appreciate that very much. And you're the man. Let me get to some more messages. What's the user? I'm expecting a message from. The only thing in my request was a message that said, "Hey, cutie," from. Yeah, I don't think I'm from California. What's the user? I'm expecting a message from. The only thing in my request. That's rather odd. Let's not talk about that. Thou shalt not talk about that here on Sportswire. So let's move on from that. Tom, honestly, I'd like to see Grim. Yeah, Grimm's a good one, but Grimm doesn't really do these kind of things. He's, I mean, I'm sure Gabe could vouch for it. He works in GTS, but he doesn't really do streams or podcasts. I mean, Rad Dad's been here. Jimmy Controversy, obviously Gabe. We had Devin Adams, and there's been a lot of guys, Mikey Anarchy from GTS, but really, he doesn't do that. But yeah, that would definitely be a name I think a lot of people would love to see for sure. I would, if there's a will and a way. I would love to do that. It's GAC_BPW Wrestling. Oh, you're talking to, Big Man Cam messaged. Okay, so Big Man Cam, that's who the request was. Okay, Greg, I did not see that. Oh, thank you, my friend Ethan. You've been a big supporter, and I appreciate that. I'm getting closer to 1,000 subs, and that's why I wanted to be here. I was like, what else am I going to do here for the next hour? Where's Jack Delta? Jack Delta comes here. Jack Delta is a very limited attraction. Anthony Steele's Darkron's here every night. You're going to see him tomorrow, and he's going to be here Wednesday. Craven Rage, he's going to be here tomorrow. And, I'm sure that'll be what it is. CJ Black, well, stay tuned for that. Have you met, by the way, Darkline, have you met CJ Black yet? Have you personally met him yet? Have you met him? Well, actually, no, you met him at the IMF show, right, where you guys won the belts. Was he on that card, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or was that the previous month show? Remind me again. Yeah, let's definitely do Sunday. I'll tell you what, I think Sunday night would be a good one because you haven't been here before. Let's definitely do Sunday night. Sunday night, you're in Central Time, right? So maybe we could do something on Sunday night. Maybe we could do it like 9 or 10 o'clock my time, something like that. Oh, but he sent one. Okay, I don't know enough about that, Big Man Cam. I'm not in the inboxes of other people's but my own. Oh, the regulars? But I'm the regular. I mean, yes, but I mean, I'm here, for sure, king of the center. I figured you and CJ had met. That's what I had thought. I thought you and CJ had met. Where are the regulars? Well, I mean, they're going to all be here tomorrow and Wednesday. You're going to get them. You're going to get all of them. You're going to get Craven Rage. Jovi's back. Crenton's back. You're getting Darkfire. You're getting Kodak Kid, whatever his new name is now. You're getting him, Sinister, Craven Rage, whatever his name he is. He's going to be here Wednesday. Anthony Steele's inducted as the most controversial figure in the backyard in the underground wrestling circuit. He's going to be here again. Justin Parsley, I'm sure, is going to be in. Boy, and you say the name, and it appears, and Zilla appears, like Joe Hendry. Zilla, everybody was wondering, where were you? And you were here now, and what is on your mind? And yes, Big Man Cam with the arrows there, and that's definitely, Big Man Cam, I really think that photo of yours looks more intimidating than you usually do on Sportswire. I just want to put it out there. I just want to tell you that, sir, if you don't mind. But obviously, yes, Zilla, what is on your mind? And what else is on the people's mind? I mean, people want whatever you want to talk. I don't know. You want to talk about mutton chops? You want to talk about my hair? You want to talk about Raw? You want to talk about the Olympics coming up? You want to talk about AEW? I don't know what else is on people's minds. I mean, it really, it's open-ended. I'm going to hang out here for the next half hour or so. I'm not going to be here till 2 o'clock in the morning, dark crowd like the regular shows when Anthony's here, Link Me, or James Wood. Or you're going to get them, though. They're going to be here. Trust me. They're going to be. I just wanted to be here to say hello to you, my people, the people that have put me here, on this platform and given me the opportunity to speak. I wanted to say hello to you because you all mean so much to me, and it means every night so special that I get a chance to be here each and every time. And I appreciate that. Yes, I hope you would appreciate the kind words because I would hope that I would not be a parasite. I may look like a parasite, but obviously definitely don't want to be one here. And yes, I believe in Joe Hendry, and I believe in Tyler Fury and Thomas McEntee, but that's a different conversation. On some real shiz, and yeah, Anthony, I think that's the most interesting thing, and you had a chance to see it firsthand at Summer Bash. Anthony, a lot of people say different things about Anthony because he's worked in TBW, he's worked in XCW, he's worked in Resurrection. There's obviously different things, NGJPW, but he went down there and he was there the longest of anybody, right? I think he and D'Angelo and Gold Dragon and maybe Jovi got there and were there the longest, and he put a lot of time and effort, and I think that he shows his character. And I think that's why we love having him here on Sportswire. I love having Anthony here. No, Anthony is definitely a regular. No, he wants to take over Sportswire, Darkron. He wants to be the man to take it over. And I continue to put it out there. I mean, there was actually somebody that wants to buy the platform. I mean, I obviously do not need the money, but there was somebody that wanted to buy it, just letting people know. Also here, let me come back to more comments. I'll come back to you, Dark. If you ever wanted to bring back one WWE pay-per-view, what would it be and why? So one pay-per-view that I would like to bring back. Well, what about St. Valentine's Day Massacre? I mean, wasn't that a thing for a period, or No Way Out? I think those pay-per-views would be good, right? Because, I mean, Elimination Chamber essentially replaced No Way Out. So if I were to have to pick one or two, I think St. Valentine's Day Massacre. I think that was the one where Stone Cold Steve Austin wrestled Vince McMahon in the cage, and Paul White came out, right? I think that was the one. Then there was the Cold Day in Hell match, or where they were in the river. I think it was like Hardcore Holly, Al Snow wrestled or something like that. And then I would say No Way Out was always a good pay-per-view. I always liked that was the bridge pay-per-view. So I would say those would be names. Thank you, Darkron, so much for your support. I can't tell you how much it's meant to cover and get a chance to know you for the past year plus. And I look forward to seeing more Summer Bash coverage and talk here tomorrow with some of the guys. Yeah, he's a great guy. Listen, Anthony, he might have this figure as this quote unquote polarizing and controversial figure, but he's definitely a guy that I think brings a lot. He's got a lot of experience. There's very few guys in the backyard, underground, independent wrestling circuit that have that kind of experience. And I really enjoy him. He's a hell of a guy. And hi, Big Man Cam. I respect him too. Covering all your tracks as usual. I acknowledge the Midwestern champion. Yeah, I mentioned that Jackson Law called him the DKW champion, though, but I won't certainly hold that against Jackson Law. And, okay, heading out. Yes, be safe, my brother. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you Sunday. I look forward to Sunday's show with you. Thank you for popping on. That means we're going to have a lot of fun on Sunday. I look forward to hearing your story, and definitely be good, my brother. Godzilla, respect the RBW Midwestern champion, and BYW and CJ Black. And did you try to say it almost like an introduction? Because Big Man Cam, I'm aware of the fact that you've tried to do your own introductions in all legendary wrestling. I won't hold that against you, sir, but I did use the A and the double A's. By the way, Big Man Cam, I hear Jacob Collins is lurking through the grapevine. I heard he's looking to wrestle somewhere far away. You'd probably chuckle at it, but Anthony, steal your heart. Oh, that was interesting. I like how you put the rhyme there, steal your heart. But yeah, he definitely stole somebody's heart, but definitely Anthony Steele will probably break some hearts when he has a few things to say on Wednesday's show, which will be at 10 o'clock Eastern time. So I can assure you he'll be breaking some hearts. But I don't think that he'll be breaking the heart of, let's say, I don't know, Big Man Cam's, but he'll definitely be breaking somebody's heart. But, maybe I should play it. If you're out there, Big Man Cam, not too long ago, did a cameo for yours truly. Now, if you want it out there, you want something to talk about, if you missed it on last week's show, I could actually bring up the actual cameo up again. Have you got shot through the heart? Well, if I got shot through the heart, wouldn't that mean I'd be dead? I mean, I'm sure somebody out there would like to take over the platform, but just to make sure, Mr. LaFlame, you might be the energy, the real raw energy of wrestling, but if I got shot through the heart, wouldn't that mean I wouldn't be alive anymore, or am I missing something? I don't know. But I guess maybe I'm too late and I'm going to give love a bad name. I don't know. But okay, well, I'll come back to that. But I guess since people are out there, do you want to see the Big Man Cam cameo once again? Because I could play it. I could recycle that for the audience. It might be a rather fun thing to see. I could put that Big Man Cam cameo up and you could kind of see it if you want. I mean, I do have it. And, tell me what you think. Do you want to see that cameo? Because I want to see, yes, D'Angelo LaFlame wants to see it. So let me get some more votes. No, because Sean Joby isn't here to finish the song. Well, hello there to my friends over in beautiful Gadsden, Alabama. Congratulations to the Alliance Wrestling. It was a lot of fun having Mr. AJ Morgan last week on the show. We had a lot to talk about, and I see he's venturing in this world. And congratulations. Endgame is pushing 3,000 views. Very impressive, and I hope you guys are doing well, and maybe we can get some more AWL coverage in the works here very soon after what Mr. Morgan had to say. I know ADT is going to have a response. Other guys are going to be curious. Hillbilly Tilly's always a favorite here. So I got a yes on Big Man Cam cameo video. Is that a yes, Darkon, on me putting up the Big Man Cam cameo and the LaFlame name? LaFlame, yes, he's definitely a LaFlame, and he's definitely burning. He's definitely burning like the Midnight Oil. Is that a song, like the Midnight Oil? But I guess I'm going to play it because I think that, I want to occupy you. You don't want to hear me the whole night. So I'm going to put this up here on the screen, and I'm going to play the Big Man Cam. Well, actually, before I do that, let me ask one more question. Just out of curiosity, Tom, who do you think later on down the road will we get to see Carlito versus Logan Paul? We ain't getting Carlito versus Logan Paul. Carlito at this point is just, he's a side. He's a R-Truth, but more of a side. I don't think that Carlito and Logan Paul is happening, and I think Logan Paul still has a very good shot to retain the U.S. title. So I would say we'll talk about it for sure. Yes, AWL is very good. Very good promotion. All the wrestlers there, upstanding, inside the ring, outside the ring. We've had a great relationship with them on Sportswire Radio over the past year, and I am very proud to see their success. They recently crossed 500 subscribers, and they're well on their way to 600. So if you haven't actually hit their sub button for them, I'm actually going to do something very nice for the guys, because after all, you basically just talking to me. We're just having a good old time. I'm going to put up their YouTube page. So you want to hit them up. You want to support them. And you want to get some plugs. You want to get some other things, and I'll plug you, and we'll talk about it. That's AWL's YouTube page. Go hit that sub button for them. They're 17 away from 600. So go out and support them. Endgame just hit about 2,700 views. That's the video there itself. It's got, I mean, like after like, it's their most successful show in history, and it's just been phenomenal success. It's at 85 likes, and I've watched it on 3 of my pages. I hope you get a chance to support them as well. So definitely make sure you support them and join the movement. They're in the All Wrestling Matters movement. Thank you very much. My buddy, Mr. Joshua Allen, and we got a big show coming up, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time this Saturday. Rebellion, this past TBW show, is marching to 2,000 views. I'm looking forward to that, and I will put the poster up for that as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Allen. Hope you're doing well. Wanted to give back to the community by being here live on this platform in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all wrestling matters. And I want to put that poster up for the audience. Before I get to the Big Man Cam cameo, I want to play that Big Man cameo. Do you want to see that Big Man Cam cameo for Sportswire Radio? I think I want to see it. Would you like to see it? But before that, this is the actual poster for TBW Rebellion. My buddy Alan Michaels is squaring off for that World Heavyweight Championship. You're going to see my buddy Atomic Titan against Manny Cobra. Gage Flair is going to be in action against Robbie Andrews. So much more ahead. You are going to definitely want to tune in. What a pretty poster. Really look forward to that. Tennessee Backyard Wrestling is the only backyard wrestling company in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame for a reason. Go support the guys. Good. I'm happy you did that. My buddy Justin Parsley, who, by the way, was playing a rather interesting choice on his reel earlier on Instagram with John Cougar Mellencamp of Indiana. And Justin Parsley, I guess, didn't realize he was a John Mellencamp fan, but apparently everybody is something. You have to ask Joshua that. I'm not the owner of TBW. But yeah, DM Josh, and I'm sure Josh could talk to you about that. So I'm going to take this off the screen. I think I'm going to play the Big Man Cam cameo, because I got a lot of people here. There's a bunch of you on YouTube, a bunch of you on X, and I want to play it because I think you want to see it. You might want to see it again. I want to be able to see it again. Big Man Cam, he knows it. He loves it. He wants to see it. So for those that are listening and watching here on Sportswire Radio, the second time we are playing it live here, the Big Man Cam, I believe also his first ever cameo. This is his first cameo. And I think there couldn't have been a worse person to have given that cameo to. But I'm only kidding. Let's play Big Man Cam cameo live in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all wrestling matters. And I want to get your live reactions on it. So world premiere. Cam video. Viewer discretion is advised, because for whatever reason, he's got no shirt on. So I would say I apologize to the audience. Here you go.
What's up, Tom? Hey, you're getting
really very pissed.
Sorry. I know you probably don't want to see this. I just got out of the shower and I feel so fresh. And I'm trying to feel that cold air, cool myself down. Just got done cleaning my room, by the way.
Thank you. Obvious.
This is going to be a little awkward because I'm going to read off the screen, but I'm going to say exactly what you want to. So if you want to use it as an audio intro, I'd be more than delighted, especially for my Sportswire episodes. But I'm just messing with you, man. But here we go. This is Big Man Cam. And you're watching, actually, I'm going to try that again. This is Big Man Cam. You're watching Sportswire Radio, the #1 global radio station, the only platform in prime time with the brightest lights and the biggest stage, where all wrestling matters, figuratively and literally. Hosted by my friend, the Rev. Tom Bryce. Now, I'm sorry, I almost mimicked you there. You're the only one that can do that intro in the proper way. So if I tried to sound like you or steal your accent, I'm sorry. I tried to make it work. I love you, Tom. Later.
What's up, Tom? There you go. So what'd y'all think of that? Big Man Cam cameo? Should he stick to just wrestling as the CBW World Champ, XCW New Age Champ, or he should just go in the business of doing cameos? Because maybe that'll make him some more money. I don't know. But I guess that was that. And Zilla wants to say hi to the inaugural PWF champion, Justin Parsley. Real deals. Yes, they are the real deals. Yes, they certainly are. Real deals, and they definitely are real. And Justin Parsley says, hello, Killzilla. Yes. I wanted to do that for Mr. Parsley. He is actually my champion. He is my PWF champion. He is my inaugural PWF champion. Well, the new PWF, and also Val Venus Towel Wiggle. Well, I don't think, Justin, we want to really do the Val Venus Towel Wiggle. As long as you have your championship belt on and some clothes, okay, fine, I'm for it. But we'll certainly not go down that road. But, Justin, I think for the audience, you should let you know that I'm wearing a Michael Christian shirt, apparently. I don't know if you saw this, Justin, and what do you think about it, but I'm wearing a Michael Christian shirt, and he gave me a nice little card here. One more time, I'm going to read it off for the audience. And, Rev, truly appreciate your support. You are a damn good man. I'm not sure about that. You are the voice of the underground. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that very much. And actually, also, I want to give my condolences while I have a chance. I want to give my condolences to the owner of XCW, Joshua Fletcher. His father, unfortunately, had passed away today, and I want to extend my condolences and sympathies and prayers to the owner of XCW, Fletch. Obviously, Fletch is in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame, and Fletch is a man that has obviously done a lot, whether you like him or not, in the backyard in the underground wrestling circuit, and for the history and everything he's done in the community, 21 years plus. He's also dabbled as a referee, been in the indies, helped the career of Dylan Bostic and so many others in XCW like Justin Parsley, a well-documented history. And I just like to take a moment and give my thoughts and prayers to Fletch on the passing of his father. Very, very sorry about that. So I hope if you're out there, I could get a moment of silence and join me in remembering the life of Joshua Fletcher's father, Mark Fletcher. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, we wanted to do that and give our respects. Nicholas Crenson is in the house. Nicholas Crenson is now one half of the new IMF Hardcore Tag Team Champions. How you doing, buddy? We'll see you tomorrow with the slew of the WCE stars, if that's such a thing, WCE. Matthew Forsaken should have won that Rumble. Well, Justin Parsley won it. I mean, it's what it is. I was going to tell you that you had some well, I mean, there's a lot of things I have on shirts, right? But, what can you do? I can't always wear a Who is Justin Parsley shirt. Kron don't. I did. Well, I guess don't and did are two different things, right? But, it's what it is more or less. I figured I'd actually plug myself for a change. So I'm always plugging all of you. So while I'm here for a little while longer, I want to plug my website where you can hear us. Also, if you don't want to see my mutton chops or all the different guests that come on this platform, and you can check us out here via the Listen Live button on sportswireradio.org. That is my internet website. It's got my YouTube link as well. You can listen to us anytime. You have also my old SoundCloud page is up. You can see some different things I have on here, my YouTube links, YouTube shows. You got a section of the Hall of Fame. We actually ran out of Hall of Fame sections because the website I built only has enough room for 8 sections, but you get the point. You get to see all the different Hall of Famers. You got a whole list of other things here. You got photos, my podcast that we play on the radio, all links to my social media. I want to thank everybody for your support. So if you're ever bored or you just want to not see me, I'm at sportswireradio.org. Yeah, hi, how you doing? Nice to see you, Austin Tyler. Good to see you. Also, his feet touched. Yes, I understand, but the referee, that's what it is. Tom should swerve the audience down the road with no chops and just I don't know, ADT. Good to see you, my friend. ADT, it's so good to hear from you again because, AJ Morgan's been talking so much about you, and I think it's time you pay a visit to Sportswire within the next few years because something tells me here that I think you'd probably like to respond in kind to what he said about some of the things and maybe even what he did to Dylan Andrews there and this new AJ Morgan and everything else in between where he's talked about targets and everything else in between and people he's got down. And I definitely think you should come on the platform soon. I'll definitely talk to you about it later. But yeah, I can't do the porn says. I think this is my look. I think this is what's carried me to as many subs, as many followers. And congratulations, my brother, on 2,700 plus views on Endgame. I know I was speaking to D'Angelo LaFlame after the show, and he's just been raving about you guys. So many people I run into tell me how much they love the show. And I'll get on right now. I have nothing but disrespect. Do you want to get on right now and say something to AJ Morgan? I'll send you the link if you feel that you want to say something. I'll let you speak. Just let me know. But in the meantime, let me get to some more comments. Sending prayers to Fletch. Yes, very much. That's we want to take time out from everything that we do here, and we still want to respect someone that has done so much in this sport, and especially when they lose a father. So it's a very difficult thing. And okay, I'll send you the link. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you got it. You're gonna get coverage, and that's what the beauty of being live here. We're gonna get the champion on here shortly. I'm gonna bring him on to say a few words. He'll be here for a few minutes. I'm gonna send him that link. ADT is in the house. He's gonna have something to say to AJ Morgan. And this is what you get here on Sportswire Radio. You never know. That's the beauty of being in live in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all wrestling matters. And we've got really one of the men that truly has built this movement, and he's built a company really on his back. He has done a phenomenal job, and I'm excited to have him back. And, just to think, what if I didn't go live? I wouldn't have ADT here, and you're going to get to see him for a few minutes. And I still can't swerve the audience, but I'm going to get him here live. So in the meantime, I'll take care of this, and we'll move this off, and we'll say hello there. So thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me on Sportswire Radio. I'm going to get the champion on here shortly, and tell me what's on your mind, anything else you might want to share, or anything else that's important to you. And I just got another subscriber on YouTube, so I'm pushing one step closer away to 1,000, chip away the stone. And we got a whole bunch of people out there. So also, yes, Zilla, you can say hi to ADT. It's always good to have the champion here. We are always appreciative of his support and everybody else's support out there. And I want to say hello also to somebody else that just shared my view on X and such. So appreciate your support, appreciate your time. And also, if you are out there and you want to plug, you want to be promoted, let me know, and I will give you a shout out. And also, reminder, I'm here tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time with the none other than Craven Rage and a slew of other WCE stars. So you will not want to miss that. I will look forward to that. Wednesday, Anthony Steele. Thursday, Tristan Taylor, PWF Mid-South owner, our very good friend Tristan Taylor. Excited for Mr. Taylor, and looking forward to hanging out here with ADT for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then we'll certainly say sayonara there. But yes, we are here, and I'm thankful for your support for joining me basically unnoticed, and want to thank Michael Christian for the shirt. Also, another good question here. Oh, it's a good question. What is my routine? Well, you're going to laugh. My routine really is wetting my hair, doing the Triple H wetting the hair look. I do wash my hair once a day, but mostly when you see me come on these shows, I wet my hair and then I just brush it back. But generally, I do use Head and Shoulders 2-in-1 conditioner. That's what I use. So hopefully, what do you think? What do you think, DG? Do you think I should stop the conditioner? I think I've done okay with the hair. It's almost like the remember the Troy Polamalu commercials for the Steelers? He used to have the Head and Shoulders vibe, and I kind of stole it from him since. I mean, it's pretty much worked for me. But no mutton chops for the shampoo, but he's here unexpectedly. The champion is here. What's going on, my man? What is going on? This is the beauty. I just unannounced went live, and good to see you, my friend. First of all, congratulations. Endgame. I mean, you guys killed it with Endgame. I mean, you guys really went into the stratosphere. 2,700 views and counting, 85 likes.
Know, right?
Dude, you went up. I know you were talking to me last month on Instagram, but you guys went from you guys are big time, almost 600 subs. What are you getting, 80-something subs alone off that show? It's just, dude, congratulations.
It's a great way to shut up almost every single hater. But thank you very much, Tom. I mean,
you deserve
the boys had a lot of work in it.
Well, you deserve
The boys
it,
had a lot of effort in it. And the boys, they busted their ass. I was successful in defending my title. I know who didn't have a single fucking hand in it, though. AJ Morgan. So,
well, that's the one person that's still by the way.
It's great to have so many people hating on you because it means you're doing something right, Tom. And that's just the thing. I could go on and on and on and on and on about reasons why I hate AJ Morgan. We're gonna save that for a little longer down the road. Yes, playing the long game, as he keeps referring to, the long game. I mean, let's look at it, Tom. How many times have I faced AJ Morgan? About 3 times. How many times have I beat AJ Morgan? 3 times? Looks like that game's a fucking blowout at the moment. But
blood. It's almost like it's not even a contest. It's almost
exactly. And the fact that he was on here running his mouth so, persistent and, he was driven, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 5. We keep hearing it. He didn't do shit. Okay. Dylan, I haven't heard from him. I know he's pissed. I know he's upset. He lost his title. But the thing is for AJ Morgan to sit there and claim that he's the reason for Endgame success. He didn't even have a match on the card. He wasn't on the poster. He had no contribution.
And he
to
attacked
Endgame
unfairly. A lot of people feel that the attack was unfair on his brother, and
it was uncalled for.
Yeah, I mean, and then he said things about you. You had your family, and
of course he did. And he's smart though, Tom, because you see the one thing he did was he did talk about my family. The one thing is though is he didn't say a damn thing about it because he knows what would happen if he did such a thing. It would not play out well for him. It would not. We've seen what I've done to other people for way less. Way less.
I say it all the time. What you've done in the last year, I mean, it speaks volumes. And, I even said it when he was here, I can't speak on behalf of anybody's family. And I can't speak on behalf of some of those things. If you want to talk about somebody as a champion, fine. But I mean, what you've done over the past year and the amount of defenses, everything else in between, I mean, I don't understand. I asked him about the questions about you guys together as a group, and he said this was his moment to break out, his moment to.
But the thing is, Tom, is how many moments has he actually had to break out? He's faced me. He's faced Christopher James. He lost to Travis Hunt. He faced his own flesh and blood, and he did nothing with those opportunities. And you see, that's the thing about AJ Morgan, man. It's always about him, and he can call me egotistical. And yes, I showed a part of myself that I did not expect, but it's in the moment. It's the biggest show of AWL, the biggest show, the biggest moment of my career. And I've worked my ass off for a year straight, literally from the top to the bottom, back up to the top. And for him to try to sit there and little everything that I have put into this business as a performer, it's blasphemy. I will not stand for it. And I've always said since day one, I will not tolerate disrespect. There's going to come a time for AJ Morgan, I'm sure. We still have so much more to see where that plays out. But we already kind of know where it's going. The train's already it's already left the shop.
He talked about, though, that the moment was right because of the success that Endgame had. He felt that was the time that he could break out and he could basically go out there and use that for what he's won. He said basically he's bided his time, he waited, and then he's talked about the fact about those that are untrained, and he talked about the backyard versus the professional, and he's the professional
Tom,
now.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off, but all due respect. Let's actually look at that. The whole untrained. Riddle me this. Who got a match in Spartan without having to be a referee for 3 months? I did. So we can talk about, AJ's professionally trained. Oh, AJ's the professional, the unwanted. Yes, he's been unwanted since birth. But
I'm sure you heard that too, by the way. He was taking credit for the connection basically to Spartan and AWL. I mean, you must have heard that. You must have had a thought or two on that.
The two men that are responsible for that is Hillbilly Tilly and Sky Felton. They introduced Spartan to our product. Yes, they do have Victor Thorne. They do have CT Matlock, which are talents that we have.
And he's been hanging his hat on them, praising them. And he had Victor Thorne on his podcast on Friday. And
I wonder how many listens that got.
I was one of them, though, to be fair.
You're always a great guy, Tom. I will say that. You support the people who support you, so I can admire that.
Sure.
But, when it comes to AJ Morgan, man, there's so much good stuff that I got to keep because of the fact that, Tom, next week, AWL comes back. Episode 30.
I'm so happy about this. It's funny you said that because Tilly's been almost in every single one of my streams. And I think I asked Tilly, When is AWL coming back? When are we building off Endgame? Because
You see,
guys
that's the thing. When it's right there and the demand is so high, because I mean, look at there was a solid 2-3 weeks where we weren't wrestling. We were training, obviously. For all these untrained comments, I love it because I was in the ring every day busting my ass. You saw it on Instagram. I was literally sweating buckets.
Actually, I remember you DM me and you screenshotted me something privately. I won't share what it was, but you showed me something.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, in the time that AWL wasn't doing anything in the build up to Endgame, which could be faults on the owners, but I'm not gonna throw anyone under the bus. It's the biggest show. We got to make sure that our talent is healthy. But I was doing shit that AJ Morgan couldn't do. I was on the show at Spartan. Where has AJ Morgan been? Injured? Oh my god!
I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah.
I'm the best thing that happened in AWL. I'm the professional. I'm the unwanted. You can't undeny me no more. I'm that guy. No, dude. You've been sitting on the fucking sidelines for so long, blinded by your ego, that you can't see that everyone has surpassed you. Hell, Hacksaw Brown has surpassed you.
He even talked about his tag partner in Spartan, Seth Maverick, that basically
that's a bitch move, honestly.
Well, I was gonna wonder, I mean, like, that was kind of bizarre a bit. And I listen, I like Mr. Morgan, but like, I was like, why Seth Maverick? I mean, Seth Maverick's story and his background.
Because, Tom, everything that has happened in AWL, he said that I always want to be the coolest guy. I want to be the guy that's liked. I don't give a shit about that. I want people to respect me.
But he claimed you were the one that always wanted to be liked. Isn't that
ironic? That's the thing. Look at it. Every single person that has had success, he's like a parasite. He leeches onto them and tries to take away from their moment. And the thing is Seth Maverick has also had his moment several times at Spartan. Seth Maverick had never he's never fucking trained as a wrestler. He showed up with an MMA background, and guess what? Hell, kids got booked on Spartan more times than Morgan has. And somehow they got put in a team. Why the hell would you ever want to be in a team?
He called me to basically say I wanted to keep, he went in there with you and he had some moxie. I mean, I got to give him that much, Maverick, in that, we know what you've done. What you've done over the past year, it goes without saying. Look at where AWL is, but he basically had like real moxie. And I think like, to go after your tag partner, and I don't understand, but then praise CT Matlock and praise Victor Thorne. Okay, I get it in one sense, but CT Matlock don't have really anything. He ain't really, as far as I know, on Team Morgan.
I mean, here's the thing, Tom. CT Matlock, great talent. All right,
oh my God,
new division champion. Division champion. Congratulations, by the way.
Well, and that match was made here on this platform. Tilly made the announcement here. We did it about 2 months ago. Yep, right, about a month before Endgame. Absolutely.
And even Victor Thorne.
What a victory! How about Victor Thorne beating D'Angelo the Flame? What a victory that was!
Amazing match.
Absolutely, and that's a match that a lot of people are still talking about. And Victor Thorne, and I was listening to him on Morgan's show. I know you're going to say, "Well, how many people listen to it?" But
I didn't listen to it. Fuck them.
Well, I mean, you're a busy man on Friday nights. But the point was that I was listening to the show and I was hearing Victor speak, and Victor's got a lot going for him, and he's a very impressive talent. And he made, D'Angelo the Flame into a victim of his. And I think that's a very, very big statement on his point. And he's not one I would take lightly.
No, absolutely not. And you see, the thing is, though, out of the two we just mentioned, CT and Victor.
Correct.
What do they have that Morgan does not? Consistency. Every single weekend. I mean, hell, they had New South tryouts last week. I didn't go to the show. I don't know if they were on the show. They wrestle at Spartan. They're training at Spartan. They wrestle here at Alliance. What has Morgan been doing?
Well,
Nothing.
I
Nothing.
wasn't going to say it because I actually know
What has he
Mr.
done
Morgan
since
is.
Gold Rush? What has he done since Gold Rush?
He did an interview here on Sportswire, then he did his own podcast.
Okay, out of that, which one of those involved him being in a wrestling ring?
None of them, as far as I know.
Zero. Bingo. And that's just the thing, though. Morgan wants to sit there and belittle every single person on this roster, besides the two that he can't keep sucking off. He can't pop it out for a split second. But the thing is everyone else has outworked this man, and he does not realize it. He wants to cry and complain, talking about how the audience rejected him, calls himself the unwanted. I made the joke earlier. I think it flew under the radar. He's been unwanted since conception, but that's a story for another day.
I did hear that, but I'd rather not comment on that, especially after one of my shows where we had a whole. I don't want to get into it. Maybe I'll tell you off the air.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. But point being, Morgan, him calling him unwanted is just right on the money. For once, he's right. Nobody wants him here. He calls me the cancer of AWL. Hell, he's not reading the room clearly, Tom. Nobody wanted him here.
See,
where did he come out?
I think
at
I
Endgame?
asked, do you think he was jealous of you?
Of course. That's what the J stands for. Always jealous. Always jealous Morgan. It used to be always jobbing Morgan. But then
You did
ADP
say that in the
wrapped
past.
him the blueprint to how to win a fucking title.
But I even go back to when he was here. I think when he came here the first appearance, and Dylan basically
Stole his spotlight because he doesn't
Yeah.
know what to do with it. He doesn't
Yeah,
know what to do with it. When the going gets tough, Tom, AJ Morgan hits the fucking door.
Well, he was out of AWL, and all of a sudden he was back in. I mean, I think I brought that up last week. Didn't you think that was a little peculiar?
Of course, because why wouldn't you want to be on the show of shows? Why wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
I'm not going to discredit anything he's done, unlike what he's done to me. He has won titles here. He's won the new division. He's won the heavyweight title. But the thing is like I said earlier, what has he done since? He vanished. Poof, gone. Got his feelings hurt that he lost his title and then lost in the Gold Rush Rumble and left. Took his ball and ran home. And then he went to another couple indie shows and got injured because he's just too fragile
So then let
for
me
this
ask
shit.
you this, because yes, he's been on the indies, he's done a few things, but that doesn't really make you into this holier than thou. I mean, from that vantage point, okay, he's wrestled a few indie shows. I give him absolutely a lot of credit for that. Do I like AJ? Yes, I admittedly like him. I do think he's a good talent in the ring, but wrestling a few matches in the indies, I mean, there's a lot of people that do that in the circuit. I mean, you guys said you're in the underground pro wrestling circuit. So, okay, so that doesn't make him out to be, I don't know, CM Punk. I mean, where he's had,
So far from it.
well, but that's the way it's coming across, is that he's having his own pipe bombs. We had the funeral for his brother. I mean, he talked about here.
It only took him a year to have a decent promo, though.
Well, I mean, he's all of a sudden changed, and he says, really, you've been really masquerading and you've been doing these things. And, I did ask why you changed from his vantage point. He gave his answers, but I don't really know what to make of AJ Morgan at this point. He's the professional and everybody else isn't. But at the end of the day, he left AWL and he's back in AWL.
And you see, that's just the thing. He wants to sit there and say that I take from AWL. I'm not here for AWL's gain. I'm here for my own personal gain. Oh,
Right.
really? How many other places have you seen me show up in? ROEW and Spartan.
Yeah.
That's it. He
And they-
was
and
the
they
one that
came-
decided.
And they came to you guys. That's it.
And the other part of it, Tom, is the fact that he wants to sit there and say that I'm just taking from here. I'm not trying to build anything. This motherfucker's trying to build stuff outside of AWL. You know the reason why I don't go nowhere? Because I've had offers. I could have been at Summer Bash. I could have been at TBW Anniversary.
Oh, a lot of
could've.
people would love to have you. Listen, there's no question about
And that's
that.
the thing. It's not like there's not invitations there. But the reason I stay here at AWL, the reason why I continue to hold this flag so high, so proud, is because this is what I'm focused on, building this place up. Look what I did with the new division title. Everyone wanted that damn thing after I was done with it. Everyone. They were chomping at the bits.
But he claimed that he knew that you were going to go and get the world title back. Did you hear what he said that last week on that?
Because history repeats itself.
Well,
Those who forget, like AJ Morgan, it's doomed to repeat itself. Everyone wanted to count me out. How many times were people saying, "Oh, he's just the mid-card title holder. He's just the new division
But
champion."
when you had that
Like, hey,
title, though, but I would argue, we talked about this. I had you here when you were the new division champion. You were defending that title. It was
weekly.
The workhorse title. Yeah, weekly. I think that was the
Weekly.
workhorse title.
And that's just the thing, Tom. That's the way I look at it. Because this entire time, this whole run in AWL, this whole opportunity to go from yarder to professional, point is that I have made the most of every opportunity that has presented itself to me.
Agreed. I absolutely.
And some
agree.
people just can't stand that. Some people can't stand that.
But here's the thing. It's not outsiders anymore that are hating on you. It's within.
It's insiders.
But that's what I'm trying to figure out, because, okay, once upon a time, sure, outside people, whatever. But now
there's a lot of people that do not like me.
Well, I like you. You're here right now. I like you.
And the point is even though all those people don't like me, whether they be other federations, other wrestlers, hell, even wrestlers we have in our locker room, because I'm not shy to admit it. Yes, I take my role of being the leader of the locker room, if there even is a fucking thing. I take that role very seriously, because I'm not going to let other people try to break down what I'm building. You know what's funny is he keeps talking about how he stole the show. A dude in a black mask and ripped up fucking joggers had a bigger moment than him. He had a bigger pop, and people remembered who Jason Castle was. And that's just the thing. He's so blinded by everything. This whole thing about, oh, it's all about me. It's all about AJ. No. It's a much bigger picture, and Endgame is the prime example of that. Why did I, there's one thing that I noticed when I was watching you two talk.
Go for it.
He talked about how me and Christopher James embraced each other at the end.
Yes, he did not like that. Correct.
He didn't like that.
No.
And you want to know why?
Why?
Because in that moment, he realized that Christopher James had something he himself did not have. And that is my respect. This whole time, ever since day one, AJ Morgan wanted to be number one, top guy, the best, the guy that people look up to and go, yeah, you know what? When I go to AWL, I want to be just like Morgan.
But you know what? Maybe that he's jealous of the fact that within the fans of AWL and the AWL community, even guys in the locker room, there are guys that, you know what? ADT, he's fought for us. ADT has helped this company. He's been the guy at the top. And look at how far AWL has become. Endgame, I would venture for my money that if you took a show outside in the amount of views, outside of TBW shows, this is just completely, I'm going right off because I watch a lot of this stuff, and this is no slight to anybody. I would venture to say outside of TBW shows, ESW, and maybe one or two VTW shows, of all the shows that have come on to my platform, in the backyard, in the underground, and even the independents, I don't even know. I call it All Wrestling Matters. I think for my money, I'm pretty safe to, and I'm saying this, Endgame might have been the most viewed show other than those shows. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. I mean, for what this
better than an Alex Cross tryout match, baby.
Well,
just what I strive for.
That's the second time Alex Cross has been knocked in 24 hours on Sportswire. Jackson Ward did it last night. Now you do it tonight. You're welcome.
I'm sorry. I didn't. I apologize. I didn't watch much of Walls.
No, I got it. He mentioned Alex Cross and just kind of
that's hilarious.
Yeah, whatever.
But the point is this has been a successful year one for AWL, and I'll be damned out of all the blood, sweat, and tears that me, Christopher James, Hacksaw Brown, CT Madlock, Victor Thorne, the list goes on and on and on. All those tremendous athletes. I'll be damned if one person is going to try to take the credit for the team win. It's like if a kicker, not even a fucking kicker, like a backup kicker, decided, oh, we won 72-0.
Backup kicker, boy.
It's like, oh, we won 72-0. Damn, I did a great job.
Well, you know what you could
Not crediting the offense, the defense. Hell, he could have been just a band kid on the sidelines as he was in real life.
You're
but,
a football fan. You'll appreciate this. Would be almost like if Chief fans credited Taylor Swift for the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
Exactly. It just wouldn't make any damn sense, would it, Tom?
No.
Would it? A person who hasn't put in the work for a half year tries to take credit for the year anniversary. No. I won't stand for that. And whether some guys like me for it, some guys hate me for it, I don't care. We all know how this plays out. I don't care. And I think that's another thing that people hate is like they just can't get under my fucking skin. They can't.
See, I think some of the targets, if he goes after them, okay. Maybe I guess I could see him getting over them. Okay. But you have shown already against him that, like you said at the very beginning.
What more is there to prove? How many more times do I have to teach him this lesson?
I don't know. That's a good question. You could go on his podcast to listen to his next one.
No.
Travis Hunt is
because see then
Travis Hunt is going on the next one.
Oh my God.
Absolute Travis Hunt.
I did see that. Hey, Travis Hunt, a guy who beat him for the title. Congratulations. And another guy that I beat to win this title back. So I'll take it. I mean, I don't know what's gotten into AJ, and we can talk about it all night long, and I'm sure I'll have more to say come next Saturday. But the point is, Tom, is like, I'm in a state of peace. I'm in a state of peace. All right, I just came off one of the biggest wins of my career against a man who I respect deeply, and I'm glad because there's some more footage that wasn't shown at the end of Endgame where, I thank the fans. I did what a professional does. I thank the fans for coming out.
But I also think, but I think it was also a very successful event. It was emotional.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Tenfold.
And why not? Listen, and to be honest, where this company was to where it is, why wouldn't you not celebrate it? Why wouldn't you not acknowledge
it? Oh, yeah.
I mean,
And that's the thing, too, is what made it emotional for me is after the fact, like I said, there was stuff that wasn't seen. There is footage of it, but it was Christopher James' last match for a while. He just became a father.
Congratulations,
so,
Christopher.
Of course, beautiful, healthy little girl. And
Good.
The point is that match meant just as much to him as it did me, and that's why it worked so well. But also, too, you could tell that he had more to fight for. And sure, I did some very douchebag stuff, as I normally do. I called them out. There's a part in the match where I point at them. His entire family is there. His wife's entire family is there. And they wanted to kill me because of some stupid comments that I said. I'm not going to repeat them.
Okay.
Just because in the moment, I'm a competitor. I try to bring results.
You're the champion. Why wouldn't you not be?
Whether it was in powerlifting, whether it was in collegiate wrestling, I always wanted to be the best. And it's no different in the Alliance Wrestling League. I'm always going to bust my ass. I'm always going to bring the A game, and I'm always going to make sure that the fans go, that guy was the highlight of the night.
I think you have done a lot of great things, and I want to get to a few things before a few final things. D'Angelo, obviously you want to talk about the Victor Thorn thing, but he's raved about it. I speak to D'Angelo all the time. He loves being in AWL. Want to say hello to my buddy not in Alabama, but Atlanta, Georgia, Mr. Andre Anomaly. He is the future Atlanta Pro Wrestling Worldwide Universal Champion. He is watching. How you doing? I don't know how far Atlanta and Gadsden is, but he does say hello. And he's from the Copper Dragon Wings.
About a 2-hour drive.
Fair enough. Well, he says hello. He's going to be here next Sunday, so he'll just want to say hello. And Andre, hit the sub for me because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs, and they're trying to get to 1,000 subs. So hit that sub button for the AWO guys. Zilla says Victor Thorn. We'll move on, but the Kingpin is a truly great and awesome and amazing. Zilla just loves everybody. So Zilla.
I love it. I'm here for it.
So before I let
Positive
you go,
vibes.
and we want to do that, but I got to ask you, Morgan. I know we'll come back another time, but it's got to be those so special for you to have now seen all this success, all these new people coming in watching AWL. You know, you talked about the haters earlier, but to me, all of that is in a way put to bed, at least outside the company, because inside, we got Morgan. I got that. But to have this success, I talked about it throughout this circuit. This is one of the most viewed shows of the entire year. You got to be real proud, bro. You got to be real proud.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing. I've been saying it ever since day one, ever since Sky Felton announced that Endgame was going to happen, even in the locker room. I was like, this has to be the biggest show.
Well, Tilly tells me that all the time. Tilly, he's here. I mean, Tilly should probably take over for me because he's here every single night. I mean, Tilly, I got to say, Tilly's been one of my biggest supporters, and he was telling me every day about Endgames. You got to watch it. I'm like, I know, I'm watching it. It's okay. Don't worry.
And the thing is, everyone's put time and effort into this, time away from our families. I took much more time than probably necessary for it, but also at the same time, that's just how much it means to me. There was deaths in the family, and I still filmed. I still, I did
I just had a moment of silence. The XCW owner's father died, today. I mean,
which my deepest condolences to.
Absolutely, it's horrible news. Death is a tough thing to go through. It sucks.
And especially trying to grieve. Like I found out literally 30 minutes before I defended the New Division title that a cousin of mine passed away. And
oh my God,
the thing is in a moment like that, you can do one or two things. You can either go, hey, I need a day, and we'll do this match next week, or you just obviously grieve, but grieve in your own time, because business has to happen.
I think when Kevin Nash won the WWF title, his mother died the same day or something like that. You don't know. It's unfortunately,
And the thing is with Endgame, Tom, is what makes it so special is it's one of those moments where, we've not even talking about me. There's been people who have judged AWL for, or Tilly and Felton not reaching out to other promotions, not wanting to collaborate, wanting to keep a very tight-knit group, making their own stars.
I tell you what, he was there. He wrestled for you guys. I mean, seems like you guys did pretty good.
And that's just the thing, though. I feel like D'Angelo is earning his spot rather quickly than most of the guys probably would have intended. Because, like I said, the culture here at Alliance, not that we look down on the outsiders. We obviously know that there is talent out there, but D'Angelo's one of the rare occurrences where you can let someone in, and they're not. They don't come in with an ego. They put their nose on the grindstone and go strrait to work. I had
a guy, Eddie Exile, who's wrestled really in the Northeast. He's been a big star. I don't want to say, I don't know what's defining on a big star, but he's wrestled a lot of really respected figures in the underground, hardcore, independent circuit. And he said the same thing you just said. He said, you got to go out there. And he's very humble, down to earth. He talked about the importance of that, and just how you represent yourself and conduct yourself, and and I think that D'Angelo fits in with you guys because, as I say all the time, you guys are all, I don't want to break the fourth wall too much, but almost I say it every night I'm morning when AWL comes up. I always say AWL is one of the companies that every guy I speak to always
they carry themselves like professionals.
Exactly. I have, for example, Craven Rage is here tomorrow. It's gonna be, it's gonna, what it's gonna be like. But you guys, it's never like that. It's always a lot of professionalism, a lot of respect. The way the guys conduct themselves, there's a level of like, okay, these guys are like this is what it should be. Like Eddie Exile today. Eddie Exile, hearing him, this as a veteran guy, it's a different ballgame. But like, D'Angelo fits into that. I think even the relationship with ROEW, I know ROEW is a little different than AWL, but when I speak ROEW, when I speak to those guys, for the most part, there's quirks. Everybody's got quirks. I have quirks. Look at me, God willing. But, the point is that there's a level of like, like you get it. Like you get that like level of, everybody's on a good level, good down to earth level.
Because the thing is too, is like with your audience, some of these people may not know who I am. Some of these people may not know what Alliance Wrestling is. And there's going to be days where, I come in here, I'm red in the face, and I'm going off on someone who went off on me in the comments and just trying to make a name off of me acknowledging
They have
them.
to know who you are now. You guys had 2,700 plus views.
And that's the thing. And what was that? I think it hit 2K in a week, right?
Yeah, like 8 days or something like that.
Yeah, just shattered every expectation that the upper brass had and even the talent had. But also, like I said earlier,
I would say other than TVW, ESW, because they're ESW, and I think like a couple of VTW shows, but those companies
and
have
even like the way that the subscribers have went up, the way that the views have went up. It just like it's a good time to be in Alliance Wrestling.
Yeah, and I was even going to say what's more impressive about that is, those companies, and again, those companies I have all the respect for, and we work with obviously TBW and ESW. Osiris has been here a bunch of times, but those companies have the number of subs.
Talk to that dude eventually.
Oh, well, talk to me off the air. I'll definitely get you connected, but he's a very good friend. He's become a supporter of the platform. But the point is that they have the subs. If you look at their
and that's the thing, numbers, it is no secret, Tom. We're a smaller company, and there's no way to hide it. But the number one thing that I said was keep an eye on us, because we will always take your expectations and blow them out of the water. And that's exactly what Alliance Wrestling has done in a year, and I can't wait to see where they go from on here. I can't wait to see what I'm able to do inside the company. I can't wait for the next, premium event. I think it's Retribution, actually, because now we have a calendar cycle going. Look at that. Look at that.
So,
but point is,
more you guys back in the next few weeks.
Of course. And the thing is, too, is there was a lot of people beforehand that, they didn't like how we do this. And that's fine. One man's, different strokes for different folks.
I said this when Law was here. I said, listen, in this platform, the way it's grown, like you guys, there are going to be some people that only want to hear one promotion or another promotion. You can't win everybody, because I do shows, and there are sometimes people don't like when I bring on, certain people, or I bring on, I happen to like. Not just you guys. It could be other feds I bring on from guys I have relationships with. Titan's a guy that some people love him, some people hate him. I know him personally. I like having him on. There are other people that might say that Omen Black and Soldier GP or Anthony Steele or James Hill. You can't win everybody. But the main thing is, at the end of the day, you guys, it's really impressive to see what you guys have done. And, the guys that have been there, the point is, before we sign off, is that the guys that have been there, yourself, obviously CT Matlock has been I know a big guy in the locker room, guys like Hacksaw Brown, Christopher James, Tyson Gates, Dylan, certainly, a lot of you guys that have been there that have helped in growing this company. You guys should all be really proud. And of course, Tilly and Skyfelt, and Tilly's been so supportive of this platform. I can't say enough about Tilly. And I say it a lot when I'm on the air. I always say this, and people I know can back me up, because I tell people what's on the air and off the air the same thing. You guys have all been, in the way the relationship's been conducted, at least with me, all the guys, couldn't ask really for better people. That's why I've always said, no, AWL, stick with them. Hang in there. Just like, listen, ROEW was like that too. Let's just don't forget. I think it's ironic that ROEW, AWL have grown as much in the last several months. You guys might have had more views recently, but the subs are what they are. But the point is that those companies, a lot of people early on were like, oh, what are you doing bringing them on? What are you doing with this? I'm like, no. Trust the process, stay the course. And I'm glad that you guys stayed the course. I'm glad that they certainly did, your cousin. But I'm glad that everybody's growing, and it's nice to see. And I think that those things are coming. And I agree with Titan. He's proud of you guys. It's amazing to see. I think there are people that come here that obviously view you guys, because 2,700 views. So to me, and don't forget, people could say they don't like, but they watched. They watched 2,700 views, bro.
They might not like, but they watch. I've been saying it for a while, and there was something that you said, and you say it almost every time that I'm on, and it's together we all win.
Together we win. I said this today with
exactly.
Eddie. We were talking about,
and that's one of the key things that makes AWL great. There's not a bunch of egos in here, despite what some unwanted people will say. there's a bunch of like-minded individuals with the same goal of just taking this shit over. And that's what's going to put us to the top.
I
That's what's
believe,
gonna
and
put
I
us to the
believe
top.
you're going to get there. I believe it. I think that the results, the product, the professionalism, you got the right people in place. You know, Eddie was talking about today, a great guy. You would have liked him a lot, really, because he talked about having the right people in place, a level of organization. You know, he's been in places like UWF, TF Crew, and, you know, they've been very successful on the other end of the country, born by me. And for a lot of those, say it's a different style, but it's the same premise. And I think that's why we're going to see you guys do well here. And, you know, I definitely want to get you back here. But you have any final thoughts for now? I mean, I'd like to have you back in a longer spot, but I think
I got it completely. I mean, it's live, man. That's the fun part of it. Nobody's expecting
you know what?
it.
No, I was good because you know what? I was like, you know, am I going to go live? I did a show today, but you know what? I mean, I just feel like I owe a debt of gratitude to the people, really, because like sports, what you guys have grown. You know, Sportswire, you know, it's grown every night.
The numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I said it before, and the numbers are growing. Love it.
Law told me yesterday. He was like, well, you know, I wanted to come back, you know, because I saw how many subscribers you have. I was like, oh, thank you.
I'm not like that. I wanted to come back because it's a nice Monday night. Tom was on here, and I
had a lot of people live. I had 40.
I feel like I was missing out on the fun, man.
Well, I'm glad you did because
I feel like I was missing out on the fun.
I know it was good. I was waiting for somebody to come on. You know, Big Man Cam. I played his cameo. I was waiting for him, and people were asking, "Where is everybody?" And I'm like, Craven Rage is tomorrow. Don't instigate. But no, I'm glad you're here. We had fun for 40 minutes. And what else do you want to say before we say sayonara?
First things first. Shout out to Tom. Follow him on everything that he has. Twitter, YouTube,
now, by the way, now. I'm on
TikTok.
You're doing well on TikTok. I've actually gotten some followers. People message me. I watched you on YouTube. So yeah,
I feel like I am just like out of touch when it comes to TikTok.
You gotta have TikTok. I gotta be honest.
Never got into it.
No, TikTok. It's actually, you know what?
Instagram's always been my bread and butter.
See, Instagram, yes, but TikTok, I gotta be honest. Like, you know who got me? The two people that got me most into TikTok were Titan and Big Man Cam. I mean, James was on there. Yes, he pushed me, but really Titan was like, you know, you got to go on TikTok, man. He's like, you know, I'm on TikTok. You know, look at my TikTok. I'm like, okay,
That's a great Titan impression. That's a great Titan impression.
Well, he's another one. And then Big Man Cam was like, you know, I got 50,000 views on TikTok, and I shared your announcement of me, and I got people messaging me that I was going to come on. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to take the plunge, and I'm on TikTok now, and I get people that say I'm gonna follow you, so I've gotten them starting to sprinkle. I did in like 3 weeks. I got 150 something followers, and my ratio is like even. So I have actually my ratio's really good. So I'm like, yeah, TikTok helps, man. It does.
And for those of the unfortunate people who are not a part of the 2.7K, you can go and watch Endgame. It's live on YouTube. I did hear, and I did get a sneak peek in the nice little group meeting that we had. There might be a new intro coming up here soon, so I will definitely keep a lookout for that.
I do like that I do kind of like that little, you know, little music there.
I seen it, Tom, and I'm not gonna lie, and it just shows how good of a show Endgame was. It's all Endgame highlights, and it is actually beautiful to see. I think everyone's gonna like it as far as from what I've seen, the brief little moments that I've seen of it. But the point is Endgame 2.7K and growing daily. We are so close to 600 subscribers, which is crazy. But if you haven't,
I've actually given you 3 subs because I own the Promo Wrestling Federation page, the Pride page, and Sportswire. So you got 2 more off me since April.
We'll take what we can get. And the thing is if you haven't yet, come on, join the alliance, subscribe. Yes. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Go buy a beautiful shirt of mine at TeePublic. And yeah, I mean, it's always great to be on here, Tom. It's always great to have a chat. And unfortunately, you know, I feel like the people needed a nice little, you know, rinse out of the mouth after watching what Always Boring Morgan does. But
you really didn't like his podcast. By the way,
I don't like anything to do with him now. I mean,
his audio, I have to admit the audio wasn't very good. That was kind of the word around town. The audio was basically
I mean, granted, I'm doing this off of a gaming headset because, it's live. I don't have enough time to set up all the nice lights.
Yeah, I know this was not announced. This was not announced. I know.
But nonetheless, I guarantee you it still did better than his. I'll guarantee that. I'll put my money on it, even in the microphone game.
Well, there was a lot more people watching it, but that's okay. I'm going to certainly take a pass on that.
Hey,
I'm going to be watching Rebellion for sure at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Thank you, my hardcore king. I don't know if I'm going to go viral soon. I'm already at 1,600 followers on Instagram now. I'm already getting on viral. We don't want me to go viral from the mouth. I want everybody to go viral for AWL. My friend, thank you so much for everything you've done for us. I can't wait to have more coverage. Maybe we'll talk off the air for a few minutes about that. And I just want to thank Tilly for everything he's done. He shares almost all of my shows. He was here earlier today. He tells me what I should be doing, what I should not be doing. I want to thank guys in the locker room. CT Matlock has been a friend, and Seth Maverick has been here. A really great guy, good relationship with him. And, other guys I won't say who you don't like have been very friendly, and I won't mention the name you just mentioned, but otherwise, we'll definitely talk, and congratulations on Endgame. You've deserved all the success, and, keep it up, and I can't wait to see you get 2,700, more followers and such. And Titan was like, I should have known I would have joined. Well, I was here and you missed it.
That would have been hilarious if there wasn't a curfew. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind if he hopped in, but
that's up to you. I mean, if you want him to say hi.
I mean, if he wants to come in, let him. Go ahead, bring that.
It's his call. I mean, he just messaged me, so it's up to you, Mr. Titan.
It's live. It's a vibe. It's live. It's a vibe.
If he doesn't want to say hi, it's all good. If not, I'm sure he'll be here.
I think this will be the first face-to-face, screen-to-screen interaction between me and the hardcore dweeb. I mean, King.
I don't think you guys ever had a problem.
No, I mean, there was some stuff down the line, Tom, where
if it was you and him. I don't remember if it was any.
No.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Commissioner Beast got mad. I know that.
I think it was because of association, but
Titan.
I can't control the boys.
Nah, listen, it's all good, man. Listen, people. Law was here yesterday, and we were talking about some different things, and we were just been smoothed over. But I think he's going to take a pass this evening because he said he was down any time, but I think he's taking that as next time. Well, that's all right. Well, he's all right. Well,
maybe I'll just hijack the show next time he's on.
That's a good question. I actually haven't had him in a few weeks. It's funny because people were like, "You've had him too much," and now I haven't had him for a couple weeks. But tomorrow, unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, I have to be objective. We have Crave and Rage for the first time in 2 months, and I can tell you that that'll be you thought you had some issues. I think when he comes on here, it'll be a far more. Let's say
take the melatonin early that day.
Xavier Thorne territory. Let's just put it that way. All right. Well, fair enough. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I do want to say hello out there to everybody. I will be here tomorrow. Please support the Alliance Wrestling League. Thank you so much for all of your support. And this is ADT. He is our AWL champion of the world, and he'll be here far more often than some of the guys. And my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice figuratively and literally, all wrestling matters. Thank you very much for joining me. Michael Christian, thank you for the beautiful shirt, your beautiful kind words, and I'll see everybody, and please support AWL, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, on the number one Global Radio Station.